Hey everybody, look familiar? So when I got here, there were 2 squirrels at the feeder. They bolted, so I don't know if they are one of ours or just a random wild. Don't see any signs of our opossums. I looked in the trees to see if anybody was just like sleeping up on a branch. So just waiting for some people to get here. So we have, oh, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. See him running up? A little bit better today. Very tired. Somebody let me stay up too late because after I got off my live, Dirty Panda was live and Kathy was in there too. So the 2 of us were hanging out with Dirty Panda. They hear my voice. Yep. It feels like that to me. Hey, Sean. So I got a couple of hours of sleep. I want to get back to not sleeping, like my body not needing to sleep. I'm much more comfortable with that. But it is what it is. So we only have 51 people in here. I'm right on schedule for a change. We only have 51 people in here. I'm right on schedule for a change. So we have Andy, Megan, Ray, and Boone, Ratatosk, Moses, James, and I believe Ziggy Thunder. Kelly, I have to check the list at home because I know who we still have other than 4. There are 4 that I don't know the identities of. So we have 3 carriers because when I started putting them in this carrier, whoever I put in first tried to get out twice when I put the next 2 in. And with 3 of them in there, I was not taking a chance. So we have somebody solo here. So yes, we are doing the release. I have to check the list. I think I have to see who Jamie was with. I have the lists at home. You know, unfortunately, with the cages getting mixed up, with all the moves and the parks and everything else, I lost track of who was where, but we didn't lose the squirrels. So I just don't know who's who. There are 2 more groups that I know who's who in, and then 1 group that I don't. So, listen to those birds. Wow. So much to do and see and hear. we're just going to have to come and spend time in here just to listen and enjoy. Yeah, that works, Purple Angel. Okay. So with no further ado, I start to get choked up. I don't know. I talk about opossums being my favorite animals to rehab. I love squirrels. It's a real close. I find opossums so much easier. But I get so emotional with the squirrels. So, with no further ado, I have picked this place because it is perfect for you. It has everything a squirrel could possibly want. The trees go on and on and on, and they are tall and lush and green. There are nut trees and berries and seeds and thick bark. There is an abundance of fresh water. Pretty much anywhere you go in this preserve, you are not far from water. There's nesting material. There is the most dense overhead cover to protect you from aerial predators. There is Joe, who fills the bird feeders every single day. It's afternoon, and there is still bird seed in that bird feeder. So, there are lots of squirrels here that I have raised. You will not be alone in having a unique upbringing. You will see familiar faces, hear familiar voices. It has been my absolute privilege to care for you. I have done everything I can to prepare you for today. You know how to build nests. You know how to crack nuts. You know how to store food. You know how to protect and defend yourself. And you know when to retreat. So as you start on the next part of your journey as young adults, ready to care for yourselves, to start your independent life, I want you to know how many people love you. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands in the world, and you are taking a piece of each and every one of their hearts. You are taking a piece of my heart. Each and every one of you. And remember that if you ever get into trouble, find a kind human, because a kind human helped you once, and a kind human will help you again. So as you leave me today, I'm going with you into the wild in some way. I want you to remember to stay away from roads and cars and people. Be good squirrels. Be good to each other. Make lots and lots of squirrel babies, because squirrels make the world a better place. Here is freedom, my loves. Here is freedom. Oh, I knew you would go out first. That's Megan. Where are you going, Megan? Okay. Oh, look, you're eating. You're eating already. You didn't even leave the carrier and you're eating. Hold on a second. This is the carrier that doesn't stay open. Hold on, I have an idea. We're gonna put the door on that little stump. Megan, where'd you go? Oh God, I lost sight of you. I lost sight of Megan. She'll come back in the area, I hope. Oh, we have somebody else out already. Love you guys too. I love sharing this with you. Somebody peed on you. You're going out into the world with pee on your side. Oh my God, that's funny. Hey, Eagle Master. It's so nice to see you. I'm crying. It's release day. Oh God. They're doing construction on a house across the street. That's the banging. Thank you, Maria. La-di-da-di, because I'm a rehabber. These are not my pets. These are not my animals. I have the privilege of caring for them when something really bad happens in their life. Donna, that's really probably what happened. I didn't even think about that, but yes. They belong in the wild. These guys, Andy came in as a pinky. They've been with me 5 months. Oh, that squirrel over there, I think that was Megan. She circled around. See the tail down there? She made a noise and they all scattered. So one is here. They jumped across the water. Now they're soaking wet. That's the one that was peed on, so maybe they're clean now. They went right through the water. See how dark their face is? My job, I can't believe they all scattered so much. Oh, this, look, look, look. Do you really have to go that high the first minute you're out? That bark is tasty, huh? And this is why they get released late. Because you see how competent they are. I can't give them big trees like this in an enclosure. Hello, Blue Jay. You keep my squirrels safe, so thank you for being here. 11, not 11. 11 was last time. 9 today. 9 today. That one from by my house, the one that kept getting, oh, look, look, look. The one that kept getting out of the cage, I just decided she was giving me such a hard time. I just let her go out my house. So I forgot how many. I think we were up to 35. So now 44. Nicole, no, I am at a preserve. But you go right back up. I use a bunch of different spots. This is not where we released the last batch. Hey, Benji boy. Shy, they're very fast. So this is the one that's soaking wet. You can see how wet the tail is, how wet the face is. They're trying to dry their face on the ground. They went right through the water. But at least they know where the water is. Oh, that one's eating the mushrooms. Benji boy, thank you. Tarsal, thank you. Hi, cutie. You're home. Oh. Why do you keep scaring each other? Hey, rock lover. They are very, very well prepared for today. The one with the wet tail is now climbing up that tree. This one is very pensive right here. Let's check the carriers. Okay, this one is empty. This one I know is empty because it only had the one. You know what, I'm taking this nesting material out because they may come back for it. That's good nesting material. It's already been fluffed and shredded. And this one is empty too. Oh, somebody just bolted up that tree. Carson, it sure is. Yep, Lee. We released another 9. Oh, God, they go so fast. And he is gone. And he's out in the wild. I don't know which one he is. You're going up and down, up and down. You want to stay hidden. This one is staying on the back side of that tree. Heard a noise, went right back up. Squirrels are very cautious, very well prepared. It is one of the preserves near my house. This one is about 10 minutes from my house. So there's somebody there. Oh my God, they're running all over the place. This one's down on the ground now. So is this one. Oh, Brit, really none. I guess the closest thing that they would have to a predator in here would be a raccoon, and the raccoons really don't bother with healthy squirrels. There's like no risk of aerial predation in here because the canopy is so dense that the hawks and the owls can't fly through. I mean, look at this. I'm pointing straight up and there's like no blue. This is why I picked this spot. Like, I've been here in the pouring rain and not gotten wet. It is beautiful and safe. It has everything they need. And I would hope that, God forbid, they had a problem, they would come back to this spot. And Joe is here every day. And he has my phone number. And he knows that if any animal gets into trouble here, to call me. The floor is lava again, huh? That one was just popcorning in the dried leaves. And there are two over here. They're eating something. Oh, one just went very far. Like ran out of eyesight. They won't stay with each other. They're solitary as adults. Yeah, Megan riled it up first in that group. And she turned into an aggressive biter, which is not something I really mind. But you guys ask why I don't wear gloves most of the time. So that bite is through Kevlar today. That was Megan. I don't release large numbers in the same spot at the same time. I think, oh my God, holy crap, she's a master. Oh my God. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm blown away. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, thank you. That was incredible. And I was afraid. I was like trying to turn the volume down carefully. Like, I was afraid it was going to scare the babies, but that was incredible. Somebody's digging. See, people ask all the time, how do they know what to do? So now, I don't know if you got to see what that squirrel was just doing with its hind legs. One of the ways that they get bugs off of themselves, fleas, or this one wants to do this privately. Dirt bath, yep. They will take moist, but not wet, and not dry dirt. And they get into their fur. And because it's moist, it will cling to the fur. And as it dries out on the fur, it will pull other impurities away. And when it's fully dry, it just brushes right off. There are things that they know that I can't teach them, that I don't teach them. And as soon as they are in that situation, they know what to do. They're very, very intelligent creatures. But what I'm saying is there's instinct. There's only so much I can do to prepare them. And I do the best I can by setting up situations where they learn. Like when I put in a bowl of mixed vegetables and I just scoop with my hands. I don't make sure there's one carrot for everybody, one green bean for everybody, one, Brussels sprout for everybody. There may only be one Brussels sprout and 2 carrots in the mix. And if 3 squirrels want 2 carrots, well, they have to negotiate. They have to figure it out. I give them forage toys so they get the idea of digging. This squirrel just jumped from that little tree to this tree. I actually think that's Andy. He's very brown. And then, oh my God, that one is so high up. And this one, oh my God, went in the water again. Soaking wet on the other side. What are you doing, silly squirrel? See? Look. But they're actually good swimmers. Years ago, I had a squirrel that was released at my house who would swim across the canal, climb up on my jet ski dock, climb up on my neighbor's floating dock. Remind me later, I'm not going to tell it now, but remind me later to tell you the story of how I knew he swam regularly. Hey, Wonky. Good morning. See that one coming down the tree? Popcorning to the other tree? I'm reasonably sure that is Megan. No, Mina, not yet. Trying to figure out how to get them where they're going. They're going to I am as far south on Long Island as you can get. And going north to south can take an hour. So I have to get a day where I have a good few hours to spend to get them set up. Because it's going to be an hour to where they're going and then getting them set up and then an hour back. But it's time for them to go too. They're getting very aggressive. I was waiting for them to get more aggressive. Oh, wow, you're watching from the Philippines. That's so cool. So do you have squirrels in the Philippines? Sorry, got a little excited there. I know our friends in Australia and New Zealand do not have squirrels. It's awful. Chili bean, very often they will find nests, and I know this from my backyard. I have starter nests in my backyard that are reused year after year by squirrels when they first leave a cage. A Juicy Abby, yes, I will post this video in its entirety. I've downloaded 2 out of the 3 other releases already, and I downloaded yesterday's opossum release already. And I'm going to put them up, I think, on a different platform because they're very long videos. So I think they're going to go up on the Tube of You, because then I can put them up in their entirety. I can only post an hour here and breaking them up, and then it actually kills my numbers because people will watch a piece of the video, then stop, they'll come back, watch another piece of the video, so there's no long-term engagement with the videos. Which sucks that you have to think like that. But at least I can put them up in their entirety. Crisco, thank you so much for sharing. Yep, we are on a release. We have released Megan, Andy, Ray, Boone, Moses, Ratatosk, James, and Ziggy Thunder. And then the one that kept getting loose at my house did not want to get in a carrier. So I just opened the cage for them. So now today, for the other 4 that were still in my garage, will go outside. Next week, the pox babies that have healed can go. We'll see how the one cage that's still in my garage adjusts to being outside. And what I may do, since I have that taller cage that is going to be vacant in the garage, I may put Willow in there. Because she's really, really giving Gabe and Trip a hard time. Chrissy, no, there won't be anything for quite a while. Mandy, I don't know what I'm going to do. I may try moving them all into that taller cage and see if a different orientation works better. Tim, this is where I'm sitting. I'm just sitting on these logs. This is my bench. Yeah, one has gone skinny dipping multiple times. Oh, look at you. Grapes are not the best, but they do eat grapes. I have grapevines in my yard that everybody eats except for me and my family. They let the grapes grow until the day they're ripe. The day they're ripe, every grape disappears. And I watch them literally drag huge clusters of grapes up into the trees. So the birds and the squirrels, the ratties, everything eats the grapes in my yard. The opossums. I am Groot. Nope. There's going to be no Wednesday, and probably not until Thursday would be the earliest we would hear anything. No, Maddie, there are quite a few still around. I had a squirrel in my yard who one year took a bite out of every single eggplant I grew. And I didn't know if they loved the eggplant so much that they were claiming them all as their own, or they tasted one, didn't like it, so they left it, and were still hopefully optimistic that they would like the next one. But I decided that I was not giving up all my eggplants, and so I would just take them and cut the bitten part off, and we shared. No such thing as a bad squirrel, Jill. I am starting to feel better. Thank you. Oh, there's somebody all the way back there. There are two. And I know it's one of ours because they're circling the tree the way the other babies are. But there are two there. There's one here. And there are two went across. There's this one here. No, Jacob, I didn't feel well enough to. I couldn't go out. But we did test for everything else, and it was nothing else. And it fit all the symptoms. And I was bitten to shreds doing the squirrel releases a couple of weeks ago. Wasn't flu A, wasn't flu B, wasn't COVID. Oh, look. Hello, Mama Duck. Hey, Allison. Hey, Coatings. Did you see that comment I tagged you in, Coatings? Somebody thought the Wheel of Consequence sign said Wheel of Consciousness. I was dying laughing with that one. It's fitting as well, I would think. It would be for me if I were in that thing. Oh, wow, Dax, that's so cool. So 2 reminders for you guys. We are going to be back here a little later on today to release our 2 mice and the mouse toy that I keep thinking is an unalive mouse, because I'm tired of that toy scaring me. That's a squirrel. That's chirping. It's a danger call. I don't know, maybe it's the blackbirds. Sounds like a squirrel. bunch of red-winged blackbirds over there. There's somebody over here. Yeah, somebody gave me a bag of little plush mice, tiny, like actual size plush mice that look just like mice. And when my mouse was alone, I gave it to him. He ate the tail off of it. He bit the tail off. And it just, no, they don't squeak. They're just little plush mice. But that one just went behind the tree. Ah, here comes Megan. That's Megan back there. Happy Days. If I come here, like when I first got here, there were squirrels around. And they stop in the trees and they look at me and they stay very still. I think they recognize my voice. Maybe they even recognize my smell. But they don't come and approach me or anything. They're wild squirrels in the trees. Melody, that mouse, the foot is no longer deformed. It's completely healed and he's being released tonight. That one's eating something in the mud pile. You found a peanut. You've never had a peanut before. Oh, God. And I made you drop your peanut. Go get your peanut. Peanut. I don't think I made him drop the peanut. I think the bird chirping. It's right there, though. Oh, yeah, they do remember. That one's got the zoomies. They're supposed to do whatever they want to do. They're exploring, they're learning. That one's got a twig in its mouth. Hey, Piranha. Michelle, thank you. It's such an honor to me that you all choose to spend your time this way. I love the company. I love that you share these experiences with me. Megan's off bouncing the trees and the leaves again. Ooh, this one is already showing nest building behavior. This one's gathering stuff to make a nest. I don't know where they're putting it. That or they're just eating the leaf. They have an oak leaf in their mouth. It's a yummy, nutritious leaf. But I don't know where they got it from, unless they brought it from the other side. Celine, that's so wonderful. I didn't give them, Carol. I totally forgot. So later on today, we'll show them. We'll give it to them, and I'll show their reaction. Oh, here. Pretty pens, thank you. Yep. We released 9 today. 1 from the unnamed group, or not unnamed group, the garbled group. I'm not sure. Andy is large and brown. This may be Andy over here. I know Megan is the one back there. Those are the only 2 I'm really sure of. I bet you Moses was the one that took the dunk in the water. That would be very fitting, right? Maria, I have not been live on any regular schedule for quite some time. Between the issues with the building and having to be going back and forth so much, and then being sick for the last week. Hey, Lauren. Yep. Should go live their best squirrel lives. I am starting to feel better. My symptoms are definitely better. The fatigue is lingering. So I am going away tomorrow afternoon to Saturday morning, Saturday midday. So I probably won't be live again until Sunday evening after tonight. No, Maria, I'm reasonably certain that I'm recovering from West Nile virus. We're already seeing birds with it in this area, and I got bitten up by mosquitoes the other day on our first set of releases. And no, I don't eat fast food at all. I do eat a lot of salads. Who, Dex? Oh no, I'm serious. Like, I couldn't move for days. Like, it took all of my energy to get out of bed to feed them, and 2 of the days I put 24 hours worth of food in their cages at one time because I was so sick, and I didn't think I could get up again. Like I have these trough-like dog bowls, and I just filled it with monkey chow and veggies and fruit and their Henry's blocks, and whatever order they ate in, they ate. I'm happy to be feeling better. That one on the tree in the back was trying to figure out how to get into the suet cage. It's empty, little squirrel. Joe will fill it up. I don't know if he does suet this time of year. They don't need it this time of year. But like last year, I donated big cases of suet cakes to him because they're expensive. They could be $3 or $4. I'm reasonably sure that I had or am recovering from West Nile. Was able to test for everything else that the symptoms fit for. Yeah, suet, they don't need suet in the summer. It's very fatty. I don't even use it much in the spring, but late fall through winter, I'm hoping Sonia will call me and I'll get more bug spray. If not, mice are very quick. I walk in, dump the tank, and they run right off. I mean, there's no sticking around. I give them a little bit of a talk. It's not the same. I don't have the same relationship with them. I love the little mouse with the backwards foot, whose foot is now facing the right way. I really do. And for a long time, he was not skittish, so I contemplated keeping him, but he's wilded up, especially now that there's another mouse in there with him. And I didn't check the gender when I put the other mouse in because it didn't matter. I knew I was releasing this week. So I don't want a cage full of mice in the house. So I am almost as badly allergic to lavender as I am to cats. There are 3 things that I'm really allergic to: cats, lavender, and apricots. But I love apricots, and I will eat them and wheeze. I don't know if there's any relation to the 3 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are at least 5 still in the area of the 8 that we brought here. No, there's no animal that I'm frightened of. Healthy respect, absolutely. And if I am not familiar with an animal, its behaviors, its movement, and how to be safe with an animal, I would never go near it. Angela, good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. The building is fine. I'm just not allowed to use it. DJ, thank you. Well, don't forget, we have Trip, Gabe, and Willow, and my 3 sons that are completely off season. They're not even ready to go outside into pre-release. So that's 6 right there. We have the 2 that still have active pox that are healing. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8 outside that have completely recovered from pox and will be ready. They'll be our next group of releases, maybe even Monday. We'll have to see what the weather is like on Monday. Dax, skullcap is going to be a very regular part of routine squirrel care as prophylaxis now. Because if they get a bite, a mosquito bite, the virus can't replicate in their body. It stops the replication, so the virus won't take hold. Because we had 2 separate patient zeros, and one was with us. Cookie was with us 6 weeks. That's way outside of the incubation period. And Cookie and her cage mates were released. My friend didn't even tell me she was releasing them. She released them into her yard. So that's another 4 of ours that are in the wild. Oh, thank you, Robin. I used the cheap one. It worked great. They love the flavor. It's earthy, mushroomy. It doesn't bother them at all. It's alcohol-free. And it's the cheapest one there is, and it works wonderfully. Mandy Moo, thank you. And Beth, thank you. And thank you to everybody who sent gifts. I'm really not looking at the screen much. I'm watching the babies. You should have seen me this morning. I was ugly crying as I was making them breakfast because it's the last meal I'm serving them after serving them so many meals for months. I'm making myself cry again. I shouldn't. I have to clean up here. There people left cans. I'm surprised Joe didn't take care of that. He has a garbage pail up front, but I'll come back when I get back in town and come and clean up. Yeah, it's very bittersweet. But boy, do I cry at that last breakfast as I'm putting the monkey chow in the dish. I don't know why I don't do it, why I don't bring monkey chow here. I could definitely bring a bowl of monkey chow. Only our squirrels would eat it. Wilds don't like it. Most of the time they don't like it. Like Liam loves it. And Picasso. No, Mary and Mike, everything's on hold. There's no point. Nope, Jilly Bean, this is public nature preserve. Anybody can walk through here. Absolutely, Diana. That one is building a nest already, taking leaves and little branches. This one too just ran up. They know just what to do. Um, they don't like avocado. That's bizarre. Picasso's teeth are continuing to correct. He did not need his top teeth trimmed at all. He went July 14th, so 6 weeks from then. So the end of August is his next appointment. Judy B, 100%. 100% roller coaster of emotions, every single release. I don't think I'm ever not going to cry serving a last breakfast or a last dinner when it's, an opossum. Posh? No, it's not that it's not usable. It's that the village is not letting us use it for our use. I don't want to dwell on that now. I just want to enjoy the babies. Tonight I'll explain more. Yep, this is a release. Our babies are free in the trees, in the woods, climbing, running. Suet is a fat-based brick. Let's say you poured lard, like if you took a mold, like a square mold, and filled it with birdseed, and then poured lard over it. Oh wow, Mandy, get some sleep. I will post this whole video. Yay, Beth! Congratulations! Thank you. Oh yeah, Robin, I will do that later. Absolutely. The person who sent me Skullcap most recently did send a different brand. It's perfectly fine. It was slightly more expensive, I think. And I didn't know why they sent something different, but that might be the reason why. I am one of those don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If it works, it works. And Skullcap is Skullcap as long as it's the right variety. Beth, I love all of you. I love this family. I love this community. I just, like last night was such a prime example of how amazing you people are. We released here Megan, Andy, Ray, Boone, Ratatosk, Moses, Ziggy Thunder, and James. Thank you, Maria. You have a great day too. Look at this one. Can you see? I can't tell if you can see. This one's getting ready, building nests. Oh my God. Trees are so tall. What are you doing? Oh, it's Chinese skullcap. It's an herbal supplement. It's Asian medicine. It's a mushroom. It's an over-the-counter herbal extract. And it has incredible antiviral properties. They are looking at it for all kinds of Western medicine now. It stops viruses from taking hold in the body. It also prevents viral replication inside of the body and helps the body push out the virus. Carol, if I were thinking straight, I should have done that. It would have been smart. I have 2 more here. Yeah, it's meant for humans. So it's not marketed as an antiviral. I think most likely because if you start talking about it as a medication, the regulations are very different. If people are being encouraged to use it as a medication. So they talk about it as an antioxidant, as a stress reliever, as something that helps with anxiety. But if you specifically search Chinese skullcap antiviral properties, you will get a very different search than if you just search Chinese skullcap. They've looked at it. It stops viral replication in COVID-19, in the other SARS viruses, in viral hepatitis, in Ebola, in HIV. It just stops the viruses in their tracks. I've tasted it, Posh, but I haven't taken it. It would be smart. It does interact with some other medications, so you do have to be careful if you take other meds. And I didn't research its interactions with the medications I take. It's called Chinese skullcap. It's a mushroom, and they make an extract out of it. The ones that are over there are running in circles on that tree, or they were a second ago. Oh, they're behind the tree now, in the shadows. In front of the tree. I don't know what TCVM stands for. I buy it on Amazon. It's over the counter, cheap. I mean, it ranges from very reasonable to ridiculously expensive. But the very reasonable, low end is what I was giving them. And not because I was trying to be cheap. It just was very highly rated. And it didn't have alcohol. So I got the powder and the liquid. I was using it differently. I was using the powder on the food for the ones that were really sick. And everybody was getting drops in their water. So every time they drank, they were getting some. Ah, okay. Beth, I am really not as familiar with that as I probably should be. I'm very interested in it, but I haven't had time to learn. And there are not many vets that practice traditional Chinese veterinary medicine where I am. Another 9 today. They are so happy. Yeah, me too, Sherry. Me too. This is the life they were born to have. This is the life they want for themselves. And we know where they are and we're watching their movement, but they are so well camouflaged in here too. Thank you, Hannah. Niner, we have released Ratatosk, Moses, Ziggy Thunder, James, Megan, Andy, Ray, and Boone here today at the preserve. Me too, Beth. They're all good squirrels. Niner, they're all good squirrels. Andy was my first baby of the season. And he peed on either Ray or Boone in the carrier on the way here, which I think is very funny. Nope, TS. Nope, no real predators. Here. You are looking straight up. Yes, releasing them in groups does increase their survival rates. Releasing them when they were a little bit older also increases their survival rates. So when, trolls, oh, they're too old, they're too big, you should have released them already. No. Giving them the extra few weeks. And we're seeing nest building also here. They're gathering some twigs. Yes, this is where I released Wendy. These guys are probably 24 weeks now. And you know how, yep, Tilly yes, Tilly. I miss them all, Robin. They really do. Like every once in a while, I'll get a twinge thinking about a specific one. Joyce Marie Squirrel. Hey, Lillian. Hannah, thank you. Little slip there. That's the thing about here, and I'm in a little clearing, but if you look, there are no clearings. Like, this is, other than the trails, this is so dense. So if they miss a jump, they're not falling 60 feet. There are branches, there are leaves, there are things that they can catch themselves on. They're not falling 60 feet onto concrete. Because the floor here is spongy. This is loam. It is leaf fall. It's untouched. Yep, Wendy had to go here because of her PTSD. I could not have anything, I could not release her anywhere where anything could approach from overhead. So, I mean, you look at the density here. And it's like this for a few hundred acres. Yep. Stevie and Tish. Those I get like a little extra pain because I did not get to say my typical goodbye. I said, you know, I sent them to the vet and they left from there. My car broke down that day. I couldn't get back. And so I gave them the talk in my mind, in my heart, but they didn't hear the words with, oh, Niner, I believe me, I know your heart. I know your heart. There was, it was a half joking comment on my part as well. There was, it was a half joking comment on my part as well. They were, yeah, Tish and her perfect toe beans. That squirrel just missed that jump. He jumped onto leaves that just did not support him. Thank you, Leslie. So my phone is at 20%. When it gets to 10%, I'm going to have to go. I have to go anyway because, oh, what are you eating? Stay away from the beer. No drinking beer. You're too young. No. Yeah, Piranha, this. And it's untouched. It's completely natural. No matter what happens from today on, this is the life they were born for. Thank you, Julie. Nine today, so I think we're up to 44 for this season. And we still have 25 more. Hey, JJ. Tammy, thank you. And that squirrel's unsure. That's the tail movement. It's nervous. Look at the way they're looking around. And then they're proceeding. Ah. I love how alert they are. How sure of themselves at these heights. Oh, some of them have already started, Tilly. Most of what they do is they'll find an old dray and start renovating it so they don't start from scratch. And there are so many unoccupied drays in these trees. But even if they curl up in a hollow or on a branch tonight, there's no rain expected. And I was saying earlier, too, that I have been in here during a deluge and I stay dry. the water does hit the ground, but it will like follow pathways. It'll flow down a vine onto a tree. It's not like you're going to get wet wherever you are. There are pockets that you could just stay under that are completely dry. And if you go over here, let's see. I'm going to leave my stuff here for a minute. I think I have enough battery to get to this one spot. Let's see. Those of you who have been with me on rabbit releases might recognize this area. And there's more water in this direction. Like there are so many trails, like little rivers. Oh, that's one of ours, and I did not mean to scare you. I didn't realize you were here. Hello. It's just me. I didn't realize you had gotten all the way over here. I'm not disturbing you. You continue exploring. I just wanted to show people the giant hostas over here. So I've been here when it's raining, and I found all kinds of creatures under these leaves. Just so you have an idea. Hold on, let me see if I zoom out. They use these as umbrellas, and they're all along here. I've seen like clusters of rabbits underneath them. And again, another water source here for them. And again, people take such pride in this place. They want it to be beautiful. They want people to enjoy and see these little surprises and know that people care. Oh, Leslie, that would be wonderful. If you give me some advance notice, I would love to go with you. I'm sorry. Did not mean to startle you. I'd love to take you deeper into this preserve, but I lose service, which sucks. And I know somebody mentioned Starlink, but Starlink doesn't even work when you have overhead cover like that. Jen, I got a tick the other day. I just took Doxy. You take 200 milligrams of doxycycline, and I mean, I would not like to get alpha-gal, but other than that, I'm really not too worried. And I'm in uncharacteristic clothing for me. Long pants, socks, boots. So remember last night? Robin, 64, yes. There's one of the release babies. But I will be posting this entire video on TubeView. Oh. So remember yesterday when Tinsley was exploring her new enclosure for the first time. No, the mouse is going to be tonight. We'll be back here tonight. And the mouse release is literally 30 seconds long. I tell them how much I've loved taking care of them, how proud I am of them. I give them a little talk, and I turn the cage on its side, and they're gone. Like, that's it. There's nothing to stick around for. They disappear into the leaves, the underbrush. And that's it. Your bunnies are pretty quick too. So my phone is at 12%. I do need to leave battery to get out of here, and just in case there's any problems. So it's time to say goodbye. Yep, Diana, I will not release near the 4th of July. That's just won't do it. So goodbye, my little loves. I will be back here. You will see me again. You will hear my voice. I won't know who you are, but come, hang on a tree trunk, watch me from a distance, and know that I love you so very much. I want you to have the very, very best lives, my little ones. Everything I did for you was for this day and for every day forward. That's Megan. I know that's Megan. She's a spicy little girl. So it's time to say goodbye now, my little ones. But remember, if you ever need me, I'm here. I will always be here for you. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. It means the world to me to have you along with this, with the entirety of this journey. From the day they came in, from the day that we got Andy, to the day that we got the Tesla babies. We have to remember that only 3 of them made it here. There were 3 Tesla babies that didn't survive. We have to remember that when an animal comes to a rehabber, it's never for a good reason. So the ones that make it to this day, it's really a miracle. And to have the privilege of having a hand in that miracle means the world to me. And your support is what makes it possible for me to do it for so many creatures. So I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Whether you're tapping and reposting, whether you send supplies, every single one of you is so important. And you mean the world to me. I love this community so much. And I love the way you are for each other. I love watching the side conversations and the friendships. I love the way you celebrate each other's victories and support each other through the hard times. You guys are amazing, and I am so proud of this community. I'm so proud of these releases. So just thank you for sharing this with me today. There are a bunch more of these to come. And they get me every time. So have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm looking to do the mass release around 7 o'clock. So hopefully that will work out. I will update in Discord as the time gets closer. And yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. We're fine. It's just I always cry at releases. And I'm walking away from these babies now, leaving them to their own instincts, their own selves. They're very well prepared, though. That's Megan. She's having such a blast. Megan, I love you, even though you bite me. It's not just me. This doesn't happen alone. I can't take care of 70 squirrels alone. You're with me every step of the way, each and every one of you. This is our day, our victory, our celebration, and our tears. And our little girl right there going out into the world. So next time I come here, I'm not going to know who you are, but you'll know who I am. So come, stand in the trees, look down at me, and just know you are very, very loved. Guys, I will see you later. Love you all. Bye-bye.